Yesterday, Governor Lamont signed an executive order allowing pharmacists to give people the COVID vaccine. It's a move aimed to speed up the process and capacity. Right now, hospital doctors and nurses in Connecticut have their hands full, treating more than 1,100 COVID patients.
There's a shortage of healthcare providers as our censuses increase and our COVID population increases.
That's why Connecticut's healthcare army of 6,000 pharmacists is stepping up.
This obviously is going to be a major public health undertaking.
Trained and certified to provide immunizations, even pharmacy students from UConn and St. Joe's will be vaccinating, along with retirees. What will the mass vaccination effort look like?
So yes, you'll be able to walk into your local pharmacy and say, I want to get vaccinated, and they will probably have a kiosk set up exactly to do that. Other places will have drive-up facilities or walk-up facilities.
The retail pharmacies of CVS and Walgreens are leading the federal effort to vaccinate the nursing homes and assisted living facilities.
There's about 22,000 patients in those facilities in the state of Connecticut alone. So they will be, again, leveraging pharmacists to go into these facilities.
Tinker told me that some of the logistics are still being worked out. Some of these pharmacies have the ultra-cold storage capacity for the Pfizer vaccine, while others do not. The federal government is requiring that you get a vaccine card, essentially a paper trail. But the state is still working to stand up a technology-based vaccination tracking system. Reporting in Wethersfield, Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.